Hey guys, my name is Karthik, and I'm the Chief Operations Officer for UZ Marketing. Some of you may remember that there was a debacle a few days ago on the Facebook groups. You probably saw it. It started catching fire, and people commenting left and right how crappy of a company we were. And I just wanted to say, as a Chief Operations Officer, I do take all feedback extremely seriously. I did a thorough investigation because it really saddens me to see all this hatred coming towards us. So, in the effort of trying to understand what it is that the complaint was, I did a thorough investigation, and I've come to the conclusion that it's a complete misunderstanding. It's unfortunate that there was so much hatred coming at us over the misunderstanding, but I kind of want to clear the air and set the record straight that we're getting negative reviews by people who never done business with us, and our employees are being harassed too, and it's not fair to them. I don't want our employees to have to go through that. They called in sick because of how much harassment they're getting on our social media channel. So here's this video. I want to present with you only the facts. I'm not going to speculate anything. Successful business owners, they make decisions based on facts. So in order to be successful, we have to find ways to build the facts, and if we don't have the facts, we have to get the facts. I'll leave a Google Drive link with all the facts for you to make your own decision. But I think the misunderstanding stemmed from the lack of cooperation from the customer. We got accused of calling him a liar when we were asking for pictures, but in the truth, we were just trying to obtain the facts that we needed to make the proper decision. So the first point is the customer told us that we were shorting him on this, called us out on shorting him on signs. He mentioned that this couldn't have been a UPS issue because the box came in perfect condition, but I'll show you a picture of what the box looked like. This picture right here is the box that the customer received. As you can see, there's some clear tape, there's some scoring on the sides, and there's this label is pretty clearly cut out and taped back onto this box. This is a very clear indication that this is some kind of tampering has gone on with the box. And in the event that it is a UPS claim, this is the type of information and this is the type of documentation that we really need in order to help make the right decision. As you can see here, the customer supplied the same image 3 times when we asked for a picture of the shipping label and picture of the packaging. These are the pictures that help us make the decision, and these pictures help us get this information before having to even ask the customer. So that's the first step, right? We asked for the picture, and we actually asked for it a couple times actually. So it says here, while we are investigating, could you please provide us images of the boxes that you have received? We want to make sure that the packages were not damaged while en route. Thank you for your cooperation. And then we looked into it as well. And our support team rep said, if this is a UPS claim, since our records show the correct amount was shipped, our records did indicate that we shipped the correct amount. We will require pictures of the entire box on all 6 sides, including our shipping label and the tape as well. The reason for this is because we wanted to see if some of this stuff is what we're experiencing, right? And I'll show you a picture of what our packaging actually looks like at our facility. You'll see that there is brown craft tape. You'll see that none of these boxes have scoring on them. So this is like a huge indication that something happened in transit. And it's sad that we're being accused of shorting the customer the signs and not given an opportunity to help file a claim with UPS and get the missing signs. And instead, we were accused of calling the customer a liar. Now, I want to show a picture of signs not fitting in a box. This is the picture that the customer posted on Facebook. As you can see, these signs definitely clearly do not fit in this box. These signs are oversized compared to the box, which tells me that whoever repackaged this is using the wrong box size for this particular product. And this is something that we don't do, like I mentioned in the pictures that you just saw here. Like none of these boxes are small. They fit boxes completely. And if we did ship a box that had only 25 signs, but it could fit 100 signs, you would see one of these boxes would be crushed. One of these sides would be crushed somewhere. So all of these boxes are full. We only use the boxes that fully fit the merchandise that's inside. Okay, so I think we can safe to say that we've debunked the UPS did not mess up the issue point. Okay, maybe you can relate to this, right? If you're in a house washing industry and your customer says you killed all their plants because of your house wash, all the bleach killed the plants, are you going to blindly accept responsibility, or are you going to try to investigate? Hopefully, you try to get the facts. What would be helpful is if you had before and after pictures. Do you take before and after pictures? If you do, you can at least use them in other ways, so you're not just holding pictures for evidence, you're holding pictures so you can actually post them on social media and use that as recognition, exposure for yourself. So just a quick tip if you do house washing, take before and after pictures. Okay, now I want to talk about the logo being poor quality. So we make a lot of investments to inform customers of their resolution, that we also invest in tools that provide the facts like user activity recording, so we can identify what our customers' pain points are and figure out how we can improve. Now, with that being the case, we do have a recording of this customer's user activity while placing the order. So I'll play the video right here. This is a stamp video of the customer actually placing the order. I'm going to skip over to the timestamp. This is 10 seconds. Print quality warnings. Page side 1 has a photo that will look poor in print. Okay, and you see the customer will click the continue button. Now, fast forward to 1 minute and 15 seconds. Poor print quality right here too. This is telling the customer that their logo is poor print quality. Fast forward to 1 minute and 30 seconds. Poor print quality again. Another error. And fast forward to 2 minutes and 27 seconds. And a final poor print quality warning. This is at least 5 times in the customer's checkout process. So this is a side note. Someone replied in the customer's post on Facebook that they recommend the customer to use a higher resolution image. Unfortunately, this one was conveniently ignored and nobody even acknowledged this, but this customer is actually saying, I recommend using a higher resolution image. That may be completely your fault. So another person who has ordered signs before and is in house washing recognizes the fact that you need to provide the proper quality logo file, because if we tell you that your image is bad, and if you're being informed of this but make the purchase anyway, unfortunately you're going to get the results that show that. So I think it's safe to say the print quality point can be debunked. Now for the single-sided points. So the customer said that he ordered double-sided, but he got single-sided instead. So I want to rewind to 1 minute and 4 seconds, and you'll see this is customer activity, and you'll see this customer had two-sided selected, but then chose one-sided, and from there, he hit continue. Okay, so he hit continue on single-sided. Now we'll fast forward to 1 minute and selecting full color, and he selected single-sided again. And checkout, continue checkout. Now 2 minutes and 4 seconds. You see right here, print sides, one side only. And the final point, you'll see this is the customer's order screen. Compare their details to make sure they got the right information. So one side only, one side only. So here we can safe to say that the customer order double-sided can be debunked. Okay, now to address the 15% complaint. So the context is that the customer was saying 15% is a slap in the face. I want to give you guys some context. So keep in mind that the customer was not cooperating. The customer was not willing to give us the information that we were needing to help make the decision. So we offered 15% so that we can avoid going back and forth. We wanted to make sure we gave the customer a proper solution, and if the customer wasn't giving us the evidence that we need to help us proceed with the investigation, we were like, okay, so however, without the required information, we cannot proceed with the solution, but we are more than willing to offer you with a 15% coupon code on a reorder of the signs only. Please let me know if you would like to proceed with the code. So we're offering a solution, and despite the customer not giving us information that we need. Now, I want to use a profit margin concept, okay? You guys are probably in business. If you're watching this video, you probably have your own business, and you could probably relate to this. Let's use the pressure washing concept again. So everybody knows about the $99 guy. Everybody smack talks the $99 guy. And here's the reason. Because this guy can go and get a pressure washer for $100, and then he charges $100 for the house wash. He just broke even. He is at 100% margin. By the second house wash, he is now up 100%. Now, your first reaction in all the pressure washing groups is to say that this guy is not having a legitimate business. This guy doesn't have the overhead. There's no way he can charge this much. He's not profiting. He's ruining the industry for everybody else. Well, a legitimate business has vehicles. They have water. They have chemicals, gas, labor, insurance, equipment maintenance, and a whole bunch of other overhead, right? So when it comes to this, imagine if one of your customers disputed a house wash. If you did a house wash and you charged them $1,000, what would you do in that situation? First of all, you have to collect the facts, right? And when you collect the facts, you have to figure out, okay, what do I offer this guy? Are you going to give him something? You're probably going to give the customer something if you're not able to, like, you can't undo the house wash and say, hey, I'll take the house wash back. I'm sorry, I'll give you a full refund. You can't do that. And if you dealt with this kind of thing, so how much would you have offered as a sale? I genuinely ask yourself, what percentage would you have offered if you were to give the customer some of his money back? What would you have offered? Is 15% in the ballpark of what you'd offer? This might even be more than what you would offer. If you're charging $1,000 for a house wash, 15% is a lot of money. You're talking about a couple $100 right there. So you're eating into your margins, and you're willing to do that to help the customer out. Let's say it's not even your fault. You're still probably willing to do that, but that's probably the amount of percentage that you're gonna look into, right? Between 5 and 15%. But here's another point too. There's an article out there that says how much margins a print industry particularly makes. There's an article that says that the net profit margin in the printing industry is 5.2%. And the reason I'm saying this is because I want to give you an example, right? Let's say we sell 100 signs for $200, which is true. We do sell 100 18 by 24 signs for $200. Imagine a 5% profit margin on that. That's $10. Now, think about this. We also offer free shipping. That's $30 that we're eating into right away, just giving the customer. And that's not including the materials, the labor cost. Let's say labor is 2 hours and it's $20 an hour. That's $40 right there. So out of that, $70 is gone on overhead. Now, that's not including credit card processing fees. That's not including the boxes. That's not including overhead like insurance, electricity, rent, 65 employee labor. And this is just, it's basic stuff that if you're in business, you have this understanding that these points make sense. So I'm going to give you a challenge, right? And I challenge you to cross-reference my points. Ask another sign company if they can be anywhere near our pricing of $200 and offer free shipping and offer free design for yard signs and have a website designer that you can design a sign yourself and upload your artwork and order at 2 o'clock in the morning, and have almost 24/7 sales and customer service. You can reach us through Facebook, email, chat, phone. And honestly, we did this in 5 years and built a $10 million a year organization. And unfortunately, this post seems like it's calling us monsters, but ask yourself if it's really possible to grow a business into a $10 million a year revenue business if this is how we're treating our customers. So we have to do something that's the long-term longevity of not just the business, but also the customer too. We have to come up with a solution that customers can be happy with, but also don't destroy us, preventing us from being able to help the next customer. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that 15% being slapped in the face is debunked. Now, I want to get with you guys, and I want to tell you, this is our mission, right? We want to be the source for print marketing. We want to be way more than your sign guys. And there's somebody that mentioned before, I believe it was Heath on the Facebook group. He said, clean a trash can for free, even though you weren't paid for it. That's the level of service that we want to start offering to our customers. That's why we started a design tips series on YouTube. We want to help you save money, so maybe you don't have to buy a graphic designer service. You can design using our website to design all your merchandise. And we also created a business mindset series to help you think like a successful business owner, offering you tips like how to collect the facts when making decisions for business. And we're also active with the community, right? We want to create positive content to fill your mind. We have interviews with podcasts with industry experts, and we're investing heavily into these things. These things are not cheap by any means. That's why not everybody does it. We're investing time, labor, resources into creating these contents for you, our customers, and we're not going to ruin it by shorting a customer some signs. So honestly, I hope this clears any misunderstandings. I just want to say there's no hard feelings. We don't take this personally by any means. We understand that customers have bad experiences sometimes, and it's just sometimes their posts are going to go to social media and it's going to look like it's canceling the person that they're talking about, but we're not going to take it that way. That's why we're coming up with this video. We're ready to move on. So thank you guys for watching this. Thank you, and take care.